It's the beginning of June here at Witch Hollow Homestead, and I am excited to go harvest my first batch of kale. The kale that I planted has grown really well. The two plants out front are big and beautiful like this. The ones in the back are pretty slow at growing, and I don't know if it's because they don't get a lot of sun or maybe they needed a little bit more in the nutrient department, but either way, this is going to be my first kale harvest of the season. I thought this would be a great opportunity to show everyone how I make my kale chips. I love making kale chips. They are so addictive to eat because they're crunchy, they're savory, little sweet, and just are a perfect healthy snack to add into the day. For the past week, I kept going out, seeing these kale leaves grow, and just be stunned at how big they were getting. And I especially knew it the last 3 days, like I need to harvest that kale, and it is definitely ready. Now that our kale is washed, I am going to begin separating the kale leaves from the stem. I don't like to leave the stem in just because it can get kind of chewy and tough. So I pull all the leaves off the center stem, and I don't like to waste any food that we grow, so I'm going to take the center stems, break them into smaller pieces, and stick them in a freezer bag to use when I make veggie broth. I wanted to give you a closer look of me separating the leaf from the stem, just in case you had questions about how to do it. I also don't like to leave my kale leaves really big, so I like to break them into bite-sized pieces. The kale has all been separated. I put it in a bowl, and now I'm going to get the coating ready that I'm going to put on my kale leaves. I'm going to start with a half a cup of raw cashews. Then we're going to do a third of a cup of nutritional yeast, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, for the next ingredient, I like to use a whole sweet red pepper, but I didn't have any, so I'm going to use this whole yellow pepper that I had cut up earlier in the week that I was going to use for stir fry. And I'm going to add the whole thing in. You could also use an orange pepper as well. One tablespoon of soy sauce or liquid aminos, your choice. And now we're going to blend this up until it's smooth. There are 2 things I forgot to add before blending, so I'm being honest with you here. You're going to add 1 teaspoon of maple syrup to give it a little bit of a sweet taste, and then you're going to add 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. You just go by taste on that one. Now we're going to take our coating and we are going to pour it on top of the kale. And this is the fun part where I like to put kitchen gloves on and smush it all around and make sure that I get all of the kale leaves equally coated. These look ready. They seem to have a nice even coating on them. I'm going to spread these out evenly on a dehydrator rack. For this, I used 3 racks, and I don't like to stack any of these because as they dehydrate, they will stick together. So I like to make sure there is separation between each kale chip. We're going to place these in the dehydrator at 120 degrees Fahrenheit for about 6 to 8 hours. It just depends on how moist they are and how much humidity is in the air in your home. It's been 8.5 hours and they are looking good. So let's just test them out and see here. They look nice. They feel crunchy. Let's see if they break. Oh, yep, they snap perfectly. So they are ready to store. I will admit, if you use this type of dehydrator rack, they do stick to the rack. So what I always find is I just peel them off by picking up the dehydrator sheet and kind of bending it a little bit, and that will loosen them from the rack. As I mentioned in the beginning, these are addicting, and Mr. Witch caught me where I was putting one in the jar and then eating one, and putting one in the jar and then eating one. So I had to stop myself because they are just so good. I'm so excited for everybody to give this recipe a try. I promise you will not regret it. Thank you so much for joining me today at Witch Hollow Homestead. I hope you found this video helpful and inspiring. Let me know if you make kale chips. Let me know what you like to put in them. And let me know if you find them as addicting as me. They're just such a great, handy snack to have anytime, day or night. Happy homesteading!